John Winthrop, born in 1588 in England, was a devout Puritan and a dignified lawyer. When anti-Puritan policies plagued England, John made the decision to immigrate to the New World and found Massachusetts Bay Colony. Let's ask him how he did it. So John, how did you maintain and develop such a large new colony like the Massachusetts Bay?
Well, it was important for me to combine my Puritan beliefs with practical governance.
Well, how did you implement your religious beliefs?
It wasn't so much about implementing my Puritan beliefs because I believe the state and the church are one. It was more so about connecting my Christian views and doing what I thought the Lord was right. Just as I've said on my Sermon upon the Hill, this colony was given from the Lord as a Christian moral society.
That sounds like a tall order. How did you maintain the political side?
Well, for me, it was all about being firm. I was elected first as governor in 1630, and then I was re-elected 12 times. I worked hard to maintain order and to keep my Christian values while also keeping a constrained democracy.
Wow, that's amazing. So you would say maintaining Massachusetts Bay Colony was relatively unproblematic?
No, I'd say there were a couple of people who tried to come in and sway the minds of my people and my Puritan beliefs, but I did not let that happen. Roger Williams and Anne Hutchinson are a prime example, but I banished them from this colony quick. I did not let anyone come between me and my Puritan beliefs.
Speaking of Puritan beliefs, what do you think about the Native Americans and slavery?
Those savage natives, the Pequot specifically, they robbed and killed John Oldham. I demanded they step down, but they didn't, so I had to take matters into my own hands. I eliminated their nation and even kept a couple of them as slaves.
Wow. Okay, this interview has been very insightful. I see how your rigid Puritan's beliefs were able to help your colony, but also how they were a little controversial. But thank you so much.
It was a pleasure meeting you. It's my duty.
Thank you.
Of course.
Today, we have a special segment with the late Anne Hutchinson. Anne Hutchinson was a brave woman that stuck to her morals through thick and thin. Let's go learn what her life was like. Before we get into the heavier details of your life, what was your early life like?
Well, I was born in Lincolnshire, England, in 1591. It wasn't until I was about 34 that I arrived in Massachusetts Bay Colony.
34 years in England? How was it?
That time of my life was extremely influential to my faith. My father was a Puritan minister back in England, and I was constantly in the church. Growing up in the church led me to become very passionate about theology.
You and your father are alike in more ways than one. Not only were you both passionate about theology, but you both were tried for heresy.
I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Let's talk about your trial. You were rumored to have one of the worst trials of the Antoninian controversy of 1636 to 1638.
The trial is something I'll never forget. I knew that as a woman, it was risky to host a private sermon, but the church was corrupt, and I knew it was the right thing to do. Even though I was exiled from the colony, I don't regret anything that I did.
It's extremely admirable how you defended yourself throughout your trial without creating more controversy. Despite how hard you fought, you were still exiled to New York, where later 11 of your kids and your husband were killed. How did that make you feel?
It was already bad enough being pregnant 16 times, but only giving birth to 12 children. Now, to be left a widow with one daughter, it's extremely difficult.
It was certainly nothing short of hard, but your story is inspirational to young women all over. Thank you for coming with us and sharing one more time. It was so nice to meet you.
It was worth it. Thank you.
For our next of the day, we have a short story with William Penn. Let's jump right into it. William Penn? Wait, didn't you have a university named after you?
Yes, and a whole state.
How did that happen?
Let me explain. My father, William Penn Sr., was in debt to the King of England.
Wow.
So he gave him Penn's Woods, which would soon become Pennsylvania. Whenever my father died, all of that land came under me, and I decided to make it a sanctuary.
A sanctuary for who?
Well, as a Quaker myself, I decided to make it a sanctuary for Quakers, since they were running from religious persecution in other places, like Massachusetts Bay Colony, with that crazy governor,
I think it's John
Winthrop.
Winthrop.
Crazy guy.
That is so altruistic of you.
People. I saw how the Puritans in Massachusetts Bay Colony were arresting the Quakers, beating them, charging them extra taxes, and I just could not let that happen.
How did you come to be a part of the religious society of Friends?
Well, back when I was a boy and I lived in England, I was surrounded by one of the Quaker churches, and I realized that I just aligned a lot more with their views. And I brought those views over to me to the Americas whenever I came here. But not only would I provide sanctuary for the Quakers, but also for Jews and separatists, or really anyone that needed a sanctuary, because I saw that that's what they needed and that's what I wanted to do.
Wow. I guess your upbringing really played a part in your story. It was so inspirational to be able to hear this from you today. Thank you for coming out and having this short interview with us. It's so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Go Quakers!
Go
Not
Quakers!
Puritans.
No.
The 1700s was a time full of oppression for African Americans. Freedom was seldom experienced for blacks during that time. Today, we will be looking at Benjamin Banneker's life to see how he overcame oppression with the help of Quakers. Let's get ready to break that barrier with Banneker. You lived a very different life compared to other African Americans born in 1731.
That is very true. My parents worked very hard to give me a good life. I grew up on a 100-acre tobacco farm where I learned to read and write.
Wow, it's really rare to see someone read and write in your age and for your race. Where did you get your education from?
My grandmother, a white English woman. How I miss her. Not only did she teach me this amazing recipe, but she also taught me how to read using the Bible.
Wow.
Then I attended a small Quaker school that was integrated. I'm very grateful for the Quakers. Many of them were abolitionists and advocated for racial equality.
Speaking of Society of Friends, I heard it was a Quaker family that helped you get into your career for astronomy.
Yes. When I was about 40, a Quaker, Andrew Ellicott, and his family settled near my farm. Andrew's son, George, was a brilliant mathematician and astronomer. We became very good friends. He loaned me books, a telescope, drawing tools for maps, many different things. And with his help, I was able to become an astronomer and start a few of my own projects.
That's right. I heard about your passion for astronomy and some of the projects you made.
Yes, astronomy definitely got my attention. My first project was making an emiris, a device that helps plot where the Earth, the Sun, the Moon, and the stars are every year.
Wasn't that a huge part of making the almanac?
It most definitely was.
That's amazing. It seems like the Quakers were a big part of your success.
Indeed. In 1791, I sent a letter to Sir Thomas Jefferson to further the abolitionist movement by reaching out to one of the big names. You know what I mean?
I do.
This letter was actually published by a group of Quakers who were abolitionists. They wanted to show just how intelligent African Americans could be if only they got the chance to show it.
Wow. Having this interview with you has been so inspirational. I just love being able to hear more about you and your upbringings and breaking this barrier with you that African Americans can't do the same thing that white people can. You know, I'm really starting to understand why McHenry said that you are fresh proof that the powers of the mind are disconnected with the color of the skin.
That is so true. Very smart, young lady. I have something for you. My grandmother's book.
Wow!
What a privilege.
I know, right? Thank you so much.
You're
It's so
welcome.
nice to meet you. Wow, we learned so much today about the Puritans and Quakers.
We did. their different founders, beliefs, and how that impacted the colonies and the way they lived.
Thank you for joining Hysterical History. Come join us next time.
Bye!
Bye!
I don't stretch, man. I don't do it. My hamstring's gonna be sore tomorrow, man. I truly don't stretch. Like, you don't understand.
Speaking of Puritans, I heard that you had some Quaker friends. Wait, he's Quaker, right? I didn't mean to say Puritans.
Wait, it's okay, because I'm low-key, I have more words.
Oh, then why? Okay, so you threw me off?
Yeah, that's my bad.
Okay.
The big names, you know?
There's something in my eye. I was hoping you would laugh. There's been something in my eye this entire take. Oh my goodness. It's like the second it's We're doing so good. I was hoping you wouldn't laugh or you couldn't see my camera.
I can see your
Stop.
from your eyes.
My nose is running.
That was mad funny.
No. Where did you leave off? Because that was all great until then. I'm not restarting the whole thing. My eye hurts so bad.
Anyways.
Theological. That's